just had a bit of internet connection difficulty. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are well. I'm so sorry about the timing. It's 5:43 a.m. here. I just misread the time. I hope you guys are all. Some of you are awake. Some of you are awake. Most of you will probably watch this later. So a very very good morning to you all from Portugal, and I'm going to talk a bit about the theme. He's literally awakening from a dream, realizing that he has been dreaming all a while. So that is what's significantly going to be different when you see him. Because firstly, he is going to see you in a very different light too, because he has now discovered the hidden secrets of consciousness in itself. So, very deep, very intense, very, very mind boggling. So, due to that, there is further release, there is further cleansing and clearing. So, as the divine feminines, you may be feeling a lot of intense release, release like never before. So, you may be feeling like, hey, I am just totally not feeling like myself because you're mirroring what your DM is going through. You may also be feeling a lot of 3D obstacles. So some stranger might irritate you, or you might just come into circumstances that's trying to lower your vibration. Like for example, for me, the TikTok videos won't won't save. So if I were to look at it from a 3D aspect, I'll get irritated. But I was like, oh, it's divinely guided, just leave it as it is. So it's about changing and shifting your perspective. That's what's very, very important this period, 5 days. I still have spots for the 222 portal healing and activations. If you guys want, you can book me in because it's going on for 5 days. I can meet you guys anytime between now and the 27th. Also, it is highly, highly, highly recommended. This is a rare Stargate portal, and it's for intense twin flame activations, and it's very mission focused and union focused. So these two aspects are going to come through. And the unique thing about this portal is that it works with the energies of the 22nd dimension. And you guys may be asking, hey, what is the 22nd dimension? Well, the 22nd dimension again exists in the anti-material world. So again, you can't really put words to it. But for the sake of explanation, the 22nd dimension is where there is a new level of union between twin flames. So 13 is the oneness level. 22nd is where there will be another aspect of soul consciousness that twin flames experience within the anti-material realms. So that is the definition. So what are the benefits? When you start connecting to the 22nd dimension more and more, you'll be able to see a higher perspective much more clearer. Like why you're here, why you feel this way, what is your mission, what is going on with you. So you are like literally sitting on a higher plane of existence and viewing at your life from that position. So 22nd dimension activation, what it would do is it will clear things that's preventing you from progressing in your journey. It will ignite the passion and love with the both of you, with both you and your divine masculine. It will also help you to feel more inspired and more aligned. So that is the beauty of it, and it's totally marvelous, at the way things tend to exist from that dimension. So when we are in our 3D physical body, what actually happens is that we anchor in these dimensional energies, and that's how we exist in our present self and body. So when we are connected multidimensionally and we are connected to the different dimensions, our soul purpose, mission purpose, union, being together, living our purpose fully aligned. So that's what the healings do, and that's what the portals are for. And that's why take a moment to truly, truly connect with these portal energies, because it's very, very powerful. Again, words can't describe the intensity of the portal, but it just shows how magnificent it is. All right, then. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to look at some of the comments. I know it's pretty late there and the internet is fluffing up. Oh, you see, 3D issues. All right, let me see who is here. Okay, all right. I think Rebecca said good morning earlier. I hope you just found it. So, guys, show me you guys are here. Say hello, and I'm going to delve right into topics. So, today's topic is really interesting, and it was suggested by one of my students, clients, and she really, really wanted me to discuss about this, and I have to thank her for that. It's a fantastic topic, and it's truly beautiful. Oh, Rebecca, you found me finally. Good morning, Rebecca. Good to see you. And we are both European timing, so that works. Hi, Becca. It must really be late for you, and Bhavani. Hello as well, and must be really, really late for you out there in the US as well. But thank you guys for coming in. It's always beautiful to have audience, rather than just talking to myself. And again, I'll apologize again for the timings. I mixed it up, like with the time zones. I thought we were on 8 hour time difference, and then it was six, and here I am. All right. So today's topic. So again, talking about the not so good energies is often not so good, right? Because you don't really want to visit those things, but awareness is key. Awareness is key to understanding how these things work anyway. So time after time, I've told you guys in my videos that Earth is a polarity planet. We have got good and the not so good. We've got positive and we've got negative. And in the eyes of consciousness, there's no right or wrong, there's no judgment. But when we look at it from the mind level, which is 4D, and from the 3D physical plane, there is a polarity and there is a distinction. So, very, very simplified. This is what my teacher taught me long, long ago. So, positive souls, we draw energy from God, from cosmic consciousness itself. Negative souls draw energy from those around them. So they are often the energy vampires. Some do it consciously, some do it subconsciously, some don't know. So the question is, why did they become negative souls, or were they created that way? Well, some were created that way as part of the soul experience. Some chose that path because they wanted to experience life that way, disconnected with source energy, with God's energy. So, no judgment. So, what happens is that just like how positive souls live their mission, do things they are needed to do, the negative forces serve their purpose too. So, in their world, there is no right or wrong. So, very clear example is example twin flames coming into union. Why does it affect the not so good energies anyway? Because right now we are in a matrix, within a matrix, within a matrix, within a matrix, and we are using certain amount of vibrational frequencies to keep this matrix going. And because the not so good energies don't have access to unlimited energy force fields, they tend to rely on souls like us. And like I said, some do it consciously, some do it subconsciously, right? So it's like a game, there is no, like, sometimes the villain is just being a villain, not because that's his purpose, right? His or her purpose. So the question is, negative souls can become positive souls anytime, and positive souls vice versa as well. They want to be disconnected to God, so be it. But once you're cut off from cosmic energy, you tend to be starving for energy. So you're looking for energy force fields everywhere. So negative energy is food for negative souls. So when you are in a wounded feminine mode, for example, oh, my DM hates me, my DM blocks me, my DM blah blah, my DM, and you are in like one or two, you become prey to the negative energies. So this is the basic concept, right? So when you become prey, you become drained, and then after that you feel more and more negative, and then obviously the negative forces want to keep you within the matrix because you are food source for them. So they will ensure that you don't get into union, and they will make things worse. So that's when you will start feeling like you can never be in union with your divine counterpart. You will start feeling like no matter how much you try, nothing ever changes in your journey. No matter what you do, nothing ever changes. And the more and more and more you drop to the lower dimensions, like minus and all that, that's when programs, implants, distortions are all placed in your energetic fields. And that's what I do in soul realignment, clearing them out. And these things happen for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. And that's the reason why now I'm going to topic KCD and Destiny Matrix. So KCD, as I have done a live about it, is the karma containment device. So as I had explained in my previous videos long time ago, because when you come from a higher plane of existence, earth becomes super easy to be in, right? So to fully experience earth, star seeds like us tend to add these program, so this program is added by you, this layer is added by you, so that you have a very authentic human experience. But what happens is that if it is just your program, it's fine, but when it's hacked, that's when problems starts to come in, because you are trapped in your own program. And that's what the not so good energies are experts at doing. So today's topic is, fine, they hack the lower dimensions. How do they actually hack the higher dimensions? So, time after time, a lot of teachers would have said this, and every time there will be someone, just like Anakin Skywalker, just to give you an example, who goes to the dark force but is highly, highly powerful in his own consciousness, right? So that means he's got all the siddhis, the psychic powers, but yet chooses to disconnect from uh, from the force field of God, right? So that's when problems start to come in, because they are very intelligent. They're called the Asuras in Sanskrit. They are very, very intelligent. They are very, very creative. They are the masters of Maya, illusion. So basically, they would create veils and veils and veils. And even if you're vibrating in 5D, they can hack 5D. And this is something I've touched upon. So just like you have the real Akashic records, which exist in 5D, but it's connected to all the dimensions, the negative forces have created a negative Akashic records with stolen information. Because when you are not connected to force field, cosmic consciousness, you have no access to these divine things. So what they do is they pretend to be good, the not so good energies, and they steal information. So that's why sometimes, when you go for a reading, or when you know you may get accurate information, but then you just don't feel so good about the reading or the reader, because they themselves, consciously or subconsciously, may not know what they're connecting to. So, having said that, it's very easy to connect to God. We all have our own relationship with God always. And God in itself is the code word to be connected to cosmic consciousness. So sometimes what we say, what we pronounce, there's a reason for everything. So that's the reason why your destiny matrix is hacked, your karma containment device is hacked. Because when you are distracted for a moment, the not so good energies, you are food. And that's what's called loosh. I don't know if I've done a topic about that. So you have to, when you're in a higher vibrational state, all of this is play. All of this is an outplay of consciousness itself. We are living life through consciousness. So everything is an experience. So there is no judgment. There is no bad person. There is no good person. There is no evil. It's like everyone is serving their purpose. And in a way, the obstacles the not so good energies place on your path, it's also for your own evolution. So their intentions may be bad, but it's still bringing you on the right path. So that is what today is about, you know. So right now, the not so good energies are trying to hack your destiny matrix, your KCDs, trying to put in a lot of programs in you. So you got to stay above. So example, you're suddenly feeling like you're losing hope, you know, you don't want to be with your divine counterpart anymore, which is completely fine. But if it's done by the not so good energies, then you are slowly moving away from your purpose. So that is why it's essential to, number one, stay connected to God directly, cosmic consciousness. Secondly, when you're dropping down in energies, bring yourself into a state of watchfulness and observe. This will help you to re-establish your vibrational frequency. So a safe vibrational frequency right now to vibrate on is 5.5 to 7.5 on Earth. So it's between fifth dimension and seventh dimension on um, our 3D physical body. But of course, staying on the eight, the soul blueprint level will be safer. But time after time, there's always the not so good energies trying to hack these dimensions. So a lot of these not so good forces exist below three. And that's the reason why they can't even see you. So when you're in a higher dimension, you will see lesser of these attacks. But there's still, you know, the highly intelligent, manipulative ones there. And they are the ones who actually trap souls at the point of death too. So again, very quickly, there are many exit points when you die. And according to the exit point is where you're going to go next. So example, you exit from the lower chakras, you're going to probably incarnate on earth, or you know, in a lower dimensional plane of existence. So example, you exist from the solar plexus and above. The heart is where you're, which is the 4D. It's a very tricky place. You know, you can go into the higher heart or the lower heart, and this is where the not so good energies are waiting as your lover, as your parents, as your family, to bring you back, to trap you back into this matrix, just like the Matrix movie, you know. So that's why people say, hey, I see my family, I see my friends, but that is actually an illusion. So when you exit from five, again, you have these manipulative, negative forces there trying to manipulate you back into the matrix. But when you are like, I'm going to God, not the false heaven, you know, or falsified, because that too is a program that you do not want to enter in. So when you are like, there is nothing, this is a dream, and when you go into that level, you don't even see these distortions and distractions anymore. I definitely do a topic on this very soon, the different exit points. So right now they're trying to hack the six, but it's very difficult to hack the six because it's the dimension of humanitarianism, you know, unconditional love, unconditional service. Very difficult to throw in any kind of manipulation there, but of course, time after time they try. So your KCD and destiny matrix is often hacked between 3 to 5D. And that's the reason why, you know, you feel a lot of attacks, you feel drained and stuff like that. So how do you protect yourself? Very simply, be aware of what's going on with you, because on earth you're always sleeping in this sleep, right? So, eating food from nature, connecting to Earth's energies, universal energies. So, you can do grounding by walking on the grass. You can look up at the stars and gain energies from the sky. You can keep connecting to God. So, mantras are a way. There are many, many mantras online, you know. Anything that your soul resonates with. The chakra mantras are really good as well. These are ways to keep your energies in alignment. Secondly, giving your power away. Only do healings with healers you trust. I always ask my clients, you know, this is a very, very personal and a private relationship you have with your healer, and you got to trust them because you're giving permission. So always, ask God before you give permission to anyone. And often, a good healer, I would always tell people, hey, if you feel divinely guided only. And often you have to remember the not so good energies cannot do anything to you unless you give consent. And often they try to get consent by manipulating you. So that's why sometimes you may feel like, you saw someone and you feel energy drained. These are energy vampires lingering right there. That's why if you have a very strong relationship with cosmic consciousness, you will be fine. So yeah, healing again is so till today I only trust my teacher to do healings, and you can always have your person to, because you just know. So that's where I was going to say. So this is how you protect yourself and protect your energies. Same thing like in 3D, would you just sign a contract anyhow? People do sign contracts anyhow, and that's how they get themselves into trouble. They don't read the fine print, they don't read the contract thoroughly. And that is the reason how you get yourself into trouble. So that's exactly what happens at death as well. They get your consent. Hey, example, your best friend, comes in angel form and says, hey, do you want to come with me? And you say yes. That is consent for the not so good energies, and you're back into square one. So there are many ways. Some say, you feel like you're dropping into a lift. So they create all these illusions to draw you back to earth. So if you are aware of these, this is the first way to exit earth. That's why, when you die in a very lower vibration, the tendency to be stuck is much higher. That's why for suicides and all that, there is so much pain. And so that's the reason why. So death in itself is not wrong. How you die, what vibration you die is what matters. And that's why people chant God's names. So even in the Vedas, they say that your last thought is going to bring you to the next destination. So your thoughts are very important. So if you're thinking about heaven, you're going to go to heaven. If you're thinking about hell, you're going to go to hell. So it's all the guilt. So people have a lot of fear when it comes to death. So they're constantly thinking about they're going to be punished, bad things is going to happen to them, and that's why. So even in the Mahabharata, what happens is that the good guys, they have a lot of guilt. So, and the bad guys go to heaven um, directly. Why? Because they don't have any guilt about anything they did. So they go directly to heaven. So the good guys spend a bit of time in hell because they have so much guilt. So one guy was like he lied to a flower. So he served, I think, a few hundred years in hell before going to heaven. So he would actually ask God, like, why do the bad guys go to heaven and we are serving? Because it goes back to you. If you have guilt, that's where you're going to go. So from time after time, from the 5D, there's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad. But when you're in a higher vibration, you don't have the urge to do any bad because you see the oneness of all beings. So you naturally don't harm, you don't affect other people. But some get powers to the higher dimensions, but still, because to them it's a play. You may ask why bad people are bad people, because that's the experience they choose. So, again, like Star Wars, good force, light force, there's always. So, all these programs and distortions are part of that. So, that's what's actually happening, guys. All right, Becca has a question. She says she's so tired and drained the past week. Thankfully, observing my feelings and reconnecting to myself, exercising, sunset with friends, and meditation naps helped me re-energize this week. I think I took a meditation nap 4 times this past week. Yes, that has been happening so much with the portal energies right now. Like I said, it's a magnificent period right now. You're totally going to see a new version of your divine masculine, a complete soul level transformation. All right. So, do you guys have any questions about today's topic? I think I shared a lot, and I'm going to go into channeling in a bit. So, if you don't have any questions about today's topic, I'll go into channeling. And before that, guys, I'll highly, highly, highly recommend the 22 portal healing. This time we're pretty good because we have 5 days for it. So I'll highly, highly recommend it. Book your spot. I do it via video call. I do it remotely, offline as well. Anything that suits you, depending on your convenience. But this portal, I highly, highly, highly recommend, and I can't, I can't describe the benefits enough. All right. So again, this topic, this is how your destiny matrix and your KCD gets hacked, and ways to keep yourself afloat is to be aware. So the more you connect with your soul origins, your soul force, with your twin flame, with God, you'll be fine. All right, I'll do a part two on this topic because I know it's late, and send me in your questions and I'll do more of it. So I'm going to go into channeling because it's really late and a lot of y'all are waiting for me. Let me just draw out the list. So I have got let me Jordan. All right. Jordan Goodney. Just give me a few seconds, guys. Let me just get this list up. I've got Bhavani. All right. Samantha. Ah, Julia. Again, Julia, thank you so much for suggesting this topic. I was thinking of what to do, and you suggested it at the perfect timing. All right, Jordan, Goodney, Bhavani, Samantha, Julia, Carrie, Shay, and Marion. All right. Oops, sorry, Martha. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I've got two, 4, 6, 8. I've got 8 of y'all. So if you guys have no other questions, um, perfect. Oh, Rebecca, are children able to be energy vampires too? Well, they can be. Like I said, consciously or subconsciously, it's the path the soul chooses. So if the soul chooses to extract energies from its surrounding, that's the soul's purpose, So there's so many souls. In fact, there's so many draconians, reptilians who become positive souls, and we have seen it in the course of histories how they change sides in the galactic wars. And so and good people, like Anakin Skywalker is good, goes to the dark side. So that happens as well. So children can be, and that's why sometimes if you're in a school environment, you can feel very drained as well. And they do it subconsciously often because most of the negative souls don't even do it awarenessly. They're just serving their program, and then what they chose from a higher plane of consciousness, and they are as trapped as the positive soul. So everyone is trapped in this matrix, and the only way out is enlightenment, consciousness, awareness, and that's why they call it self-realization. And again, enlightenment is not a journey, it's a state of being. It's going home, it's being who you are. And words can't explain those things. You just have to experience it yourself. So that's the beauty of it all. It's so easy, but the way people make it sound, it's hard. Nothing is ever hard. It's just made made hard for you to be trapped. That's all. All right, Rebecca, I'll add you through the list as well. And Rebecca. Okay, perfect to start. Oops. Okay, so Jordan's question is, oops. Jordan's question is, what's coming through from my DM? Thank you. Well, your DM is very, very stressed at the moment because he's not taking in well to the high energies that's occurring right now. There's a lot of poison, there's a lot of poison energetically around his force fields. There's a lot of hacking taking place, major hacking is taking place. There's a lot of manipulation. Your DM gave away his power in his past lives, and those programs are still lingering around. So in a way, it's a huge transformational period for your DM and you. So he just wants you to know that he really, really admires how much you do for him and how far you have come, and everything that you do to make him feel alive. And he also thanks you for being you. And he says that he struggles a lot and he wants to give up all the time, but something within him tells him no. And he knows that someday you guys will be together and be happy always. And your guides want you to know, Jordan, that there are little things that you have to change, but besides that, things are aligning and they're getting better. Newness, the theme that I'm picking up is that you need to embrace the new. You need to change a few things in your life, and connect with higher dimensional energies, and that will truly help you to transform. So that's what I'm getting for you, Jordan. I hope you have enjoyed the channeling. Next up, I have got Goodney. Goodney's question is, how is he and what kind of mission work is he doing? Was he activated in any way when he was in Sicily, Italy? Well, your DM is certainly going through a lot of activations at the moment. Things are very profound. Things are highly intense at the moment, and the kind of mission work that you have both signed up for is great work. And yes, when he was in Sicily, he was activated as well. And you, where you are activating certain light codes, a lot of green codes. That's what I'm seeing. So that's the reason why you're both where you are, and the travel that you guys do here and there is also meant to repair and cure certain um, anomalies in the force field. So that's what's going on. So, yes, it was a big activation that he had when he was in Sicily. Very deep, very, very profound. And in a way, it's like totally, totally soul transforming as well. So, the messages that I'm getting from your DM is that he wants you to know that you are so special to his heart, and you're the most kind and caring and loving and beautiful person he has ever known. And he's so proud of you because he sees him in you, and he knows that you see yourself in him. And that's what the continuum of your lives and your journeys have been intertwined life after life, that somehow this lifetime you guys are meant to be together. So, Goodney, this is the message that I am getting for you. And your guides want you to know that you're doing so well. The last 2 years have been intense soul transformation period for you, and deep resets. Everything has been taking place, and in a way, things have just been deep and profound and intense. So, yes, with that, Goodney, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. Next up, I've got Bhavani. I don't know if you're here, you're probably asleep. So, let me see what's going on for you. All right. Ah, Bhavani, hello. I'm sorry, I missed your message there. All right, let me see what's going on. Okay. What I'm tapping on is that both of you have downloaded new codes, and these codes are meant to work on your heart, throat, and solar plexus chakras deeply, intensely. So you may be feeling a little pressure in that area. Your combined energetic fields are resetting at a speed like no other. So there is a lot of union dance going on between the both of you, very beautifully, in a very, very cool and interesting way. The messages that I'm getting from your divine counterpart is that he wants you to know that you fit in to his life in every way, in every perfect way. So you are like the perfect piece to his heart, like, so what he's trying to say is that you make him whole, and he does not quite understand what it is that is going on with the both of you, but that is what is going on with the both of you, but somehow he knows that you make him whole. Thanks that you have a question. So Bhavani's question is, what part of his life is he working on what has thinking of him increased in the last few weeks? It has almost been 1 year since he went silent. Is he going to communicate again soon? So again, I had already answered what part of his life he's working on. All right. So again, the last 8 months have been a major crisis period for your divine counterpart. And this was also the period that he had gone through immense shifts, activations, and major changes. A lot of work has been done on his root chakra because of he has been subconsciously connecting with his soul family. So there has been a lot of things happening on that level, and that's the reason why thinking of him has increased, because he's really, really opening up consciously, and he has been thinking about you a lot, and that's what you are mirroring. And the reason why he has been silent is that he feels very embarrassed and humiliated to reconnect because of the gap, because of the silence. So what he's actually waiting for is a gentle push, a nudge, so that he's able to flow in through with the energies. And I feel, with the 22 to I mean the 22 2 portal, it's going to change, and I feel like your DM is very deeply connected to this portal, and it's very interesting because I see a lot of pink and blue and gold light codes just weaving through your combined energetic fields, an indication of mission work that is highly at play as well. So the separation in itself, it is part of the mission, and so there will be communication soon because there will be an exchange of codes, and this is going to be a deep turning point for the both of you. If you have both reached a certain level of vibrational frequency, you guys will get into um, a very stable union. So it's a kind of a test, and both of you are in a good alignment right now. So you just have to keep working on it, and the communication will come in through soon, and it will also impact the overall energies as well. So the messages that I'm getting from your guides, Bhavani, is that things are shifting, changing, and you have evolved so much in the last year, and that in itself is setting a foundational point for your DM to transform. So in a way, you have been both helping each other to grow and transform in separation. So this is what's going to ignite the passion again, and there's going to be communication. I hope I've answered your question. Next up, I have got, oops, Samantha. Samantha's question is, let me see. Live tip. We'll try to catch you live, but if not, I'll catch replay. Whatever comes up, he's been rather busy and subsequently unable to talk the last 2 months. Thanks, Vaish. All right. The reason for his silence is because things have really, really hit a breaking point, a melting point. And in a way, it's really good because he's no longer going to give his power away to others. So this is a huge it's a huge transformational period for your DM in particular, because I truly, truly see him standing up to his karmic and telling her off. And the silence is because he wants to completely become a transformed person when he sees you. And I definitely see proposal coming in. He's definitely going to propose to you, and this is going to be your year, 2025. Marriage, kids. There is definitely a miracle child that's coming in. I definitely see you both having a child. The child is soul family. The child has been waiting to be born to the both of you. So I definitely see that very strongly, very powerfully. So this year is going to be the year. The thing is, it was supposed to happen much earlier, but again, the not so good energies and the hacking and all of that kind of sidetracked you guys a little. But both of you are clear and in alignment right now. So things are coming in, coming through very beautifully in that regard, Samantha. So the messages that I'm getting from your DM is that he wants you to know that he is so proud of you, so in love with you, and he feels a lot of guilt as well for making you wait, but he just, feels so safe with you. He feels so secure with you. You make him feel like he's a man. You make him feel like he's worthy. You make him feel like he deserves unconditional love. And he says that without you, he wouldn't even be alive. That's how much pain he has been fighting all the while, and he sees light at the end of the tunnel. And he says that, he's going to propose very soon, and it's just a matter of time. And he thanks you for waiting for him, and he says that life is going to be filled with pleasure and surprises, and the journey that you're both going to have is going to be wonderful. And that's what your guides are saying too as well, Samantha. So good times are coming, and things are going to change. Health, wealth, prosperity, everything is going to shift in your life. You're going to truly feel a powerful force field around you, protection. So really, all the work that you've been doing in the last 2 years, it's all coming to a point of full fruition. So now it's just about living your best life together with your DM. With that, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. Or Bhavani, you're so welcome, and good night. Next up, I have got our beautiful Julia. All right, so I still have Julia, Carrie, Shay, and Martha and Rebecca. All right, for Julia, what's coming in? First thing is, I hear New Zealand, hear the South Pacific, I hear Bora Bora, Tahiti, a lot of light codes from there. Definitely, your DM is around that area. He's working greatly with the light codes of that region of Earth, and I'm seeing more and more of that. So he's definitely a very handsome man. He's very suave, charming, tall. He's going to be like no other, but you will recognize him immediately. You guys haven't met yet, but you will know him when you see him. So right now, you guys have been meeting a lot in the 5D and the multi dimensions, multiverses even, and the time has come for your meeting to come in. It's just that there's been so much of hacking and distortions in your combined energetic fields. Now that it's cleared up, it's like you guys are just being brought up to a higher vibrational state. So with the 22 portal energies and everything just coming in and transforming, it's just a very harmonious, beautiful period. I still there are a few threats here and there, but you're just above it, Julia. And again, congratulations on being a Reiki master, and with everything that you're doing, it's just bringing you to the next level, and the attunements, the your role, everything. So it's like you're divinely being guided and protected. So all this information that you're receiving about the 8D is because of what you were doing prior to Earth, working on the soul blueprint level with your divine counterpart. So this couple of months is about knowing yourself. It's about remembering those connections, about the oneness of the universe and everything, So it's all just flowing in such a beautiful, beautiful way. So the messages I'm getting from your DM is that he says that he's really excited to meet you really soon and to start on the mission that you're both meant to start on Earth. So he's saying that he has always been connected with you, and he's very eager to meet you very soon, and it's just going to be a very exciting period. There's going to be a lot of travel, there's going to be a lot of adventure, there's going to be a lot of passion and change, and it's going to be a beautiful period for you, Julia. I'm also picking up on a transformation, especially in your heart region. You're going to receive more downloads there, because in your past life, there's this certain past life that's coming up. You were a nun, and you were just giving so much, like Mother Teresa level. But then the not so good forces had kidnapped you, and they just stole your energies and vibrations. So now that it's being restored again, your urge for service to humanity is just on the rise, and hence that's why you're calling to be a healer, you're calling to connect, because you just want to uh, fulfill what you had left off, and then I feel like there's a lot of light codes coming through from the Andromeda star system. So it's a very profound period for you, Julia. Just keep letting those energies flow, and right now you're in a state whereby you're so powerful, nothing bad would ever come your way. So with that, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling, Julia. Next up, I have got Carrie. Carrie is saying, "Hello, Vaish. So nice to see you. Just wondering what you see between the energy with Jaren and I. Thanks so much." Well, with Jaren and you, there's still a lot of irritation and frustration and anger, and most of it is with himself. Jaren again is dropping down to the point of fear. He's afraid that you will leave him, because that's what has happened in past lives. You guys were not able to get together, and because you have a twin flame, and your divine masculine's energies are very, very strong. So that's a huge trigger to Jaren, and often that is why he tends to show the frustration on you. However, because he's a soulmate, he wants you to know that he will keep trying, and he just doesn't want to see you hurt or unhappy, and that is what he's facing and experiencing most of the time, that pain and suffering. um, yes. So the messages that I'm getting from the divine is that your divine counterpart wants you to know that you are entering this marvelous period where you are going to experience a lot of miracles, a lot of changes. So things between you and Jaren are just going to clear up, because it's part of your purpose to be together, to learn something from each other, and to actually enjoy 3D Earth. So things are coming together. Your energy fields are looking good. Transformation. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep connecting to Mother Earth, and everything will be fine, Carrie. With that, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. I've got Shay. Shay is asking, may I have the current energies between Frank and I? Also, will he real the silence and reach out? Please and thank you. Definitely, he will break the silence and reach out. He is being nudged by the universe, especially with the 222 portal that is taking place right now. He has just in these energies of renewal and purpose and mission. So I just feel like he is in a full blown consciousness mode right now, and definitely that's going to come into his 3D physical self, and the distortions that he has been experiencing the last 9-10 months, it's all being lifted off, and it's like you can see through the veil. So the current energies are looking very, very promising. Definitely there's a lot of deep intensity, like a lot of shifts that is occurring, a lot of joy and transformation. In a way, it's all like just coming in together, it's just flowing in together, and it's just bringing you to this point of divine expansion. So that is where you are in your journey right now. You're definitely being very much guided to look within and look outside as well. So the biggest theme that I am seeing right now is clarity, and that clarity is what's going to bring you both together and break the silence. With that, Shay, I hope you've enjoyed the channeling, and your DM wants you to know that he's very, very, very much in love with you, and he thinks that you are the most wonderful person that he has ever had. All right, then next up, I have got our beautiful Martha. Um, Martha says, "Hello, Vaish. Can you add me in the list of live channeling? Thank you. A general one, please." Martha, I am so proud of you. I'm so lucky to work with you as well, because the amount of transformation that I've seen in the last year is just so beautiful, so immense. And your pure heart, you've got, both you and your DM have got a heart of compassion and beauty and wisdom, and it's really been an honor doing so much work. And one thing is that every time there is a whole new level of transformation that occurs, and this time round with the 22 portal, it's just like both of you have just leaped into another level of divine transformation. It's like no other, and you're going to continue to feel these energies for the next couple of days. Your DM is completely operating in a new vibrational frequency. Both of you right now are vibrating between the 5 and 6, and you are getting glimpses of 8 and 9. So the mission work that you're both doing is actually in the ninth dimension. The councils, the interplanetary councils, the intergalactic councils, and lately you guys have been doing very intense and profound work, and hence that's why a lot of light codes, a lot of messages are being exchanged between the both of you. So there's a kind of like aura, light around you that is so powerful. Even strangers would be like waving at you and talking to you. So it's such a powerful period, and this will continue to grow and expand, because right now both of you are just light. You have activated your light bodies greatly. There is this immense transformation like no other. So deep down, this is a period of enlightenment, ascension, and growth together, because there is nothing else that's pulling you down anymore. It's just, it's just being. Both of you are right now in a state of being, and it's so beautiful. So you guys are doing a lot of missions. So everything that has been happening in your life the last 6 months is actually preparing you both for more earth-based missions. So both of you are the type of twin flames that work with a lot of great energies. Hence, that's the reason why your DM is moving a lot, flying a lot, and you are also moving to certain places. So you are anchoring certain light codes at a certain point. Your DM is like kind of like activating codes all over the world. So both of you again are going to shift to the next level of mission work very, very soon. And you're both going to do it together in 3D physical earth. So not only are you going to enjoy a romantic, fulfilling, wholesome connection, I definitely see a child, a baby coming in. You're also going to be expanding into a lot of 3D community based service as well, creativity. So it could be schools that you go both start together. It's going to be about um, starting something new. That's what I'm picking up. You guys are going to originate. So it could be a project, that will grow into a franchise. And so it's basically like you guys are going to bring in a new idea, and that idea is going to spread like fire in a very beautiful, transformative way. And the service that you guys are going to do for humanity, it's just beginning. So it's going to be a very profound and life transforming period that is going to happen. So the messages that I'm getting from your divine masculine is that he wants you to know that you make him feel alive and he's completely a new person, and life has been so different. The way he looks at the world is now colors and lights and grids, and it's both of you are seeing beyond the veil, and he says that he is so excited about this adventure, and he's just consciously, subconsciously, awareingly, unawareingly, he's just in bliss when he's with you, and he loves you, and he wants to just be with you all the time. With that, Martha, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And hi, good morning, Catalina. All right. So finally, Rebecca. Rebecca, do you have a particular question? And you'll be the last on my list. And I'll just do a general one for you, Rebecca. So, Rebecca, what I am picking up is that, okay, Catalina, I'll add you to the list as well. All right. So I've got Rebecca and Catalina. So, Rebecca. All right. All right. So Rebecca's question is, will things with James move forward? A guy I went on a few dates with. Otherwise, what's in store for love? Appreciate anything that comes through. Thanks. So James is a soulmate. You guys have a very beautiful history together. I'm picking up Mauritius, Maldives. Maybe these are the places that you're going to do, but definitely you've had past lives in these places. I also pick up that James is from the Andromeda star system. So you both met about 100 lifetimes before in another universe, in another time, and at that point you were not with your divine counterpart, and so that lifetime he was your husband, and somehow, because of your journey, your twin flame journey right now, what's going on, he had to come in to activate something within you. So what is in store for the both of you really depends on the both of you. You can choose to relive and enter this relationship and expand it and be together, or he could also help you both you and your DM to get into union. So I see two parts right now, Rebecca. So in a way, that's what's going on. You will, in a couple of months, you will have to choose who you want to be with. So it's going to be really, really interesting. So the advice that I'm getting from your guides right now is that they want you to know that any choice you make, it's going to be the most perfect choice, and they want you to enjoy this moment, to truly, truly enjoy the unique soul history that you share with James, and how you're both pure spirited loving individuals, and to enjoy this love, because you deserve love 100%. So that's what's coming through, Rebecca, and I hope you've enjoyed this channeling. So Katerina's question is it possible to channel for me and my DM? He isn't online anymore. Still so connected to him, but the energies feel stuck on his side. Sometimes I doubt, will he truly be part of my 3D life again? All right. So, what am I picking up? Again, a lot of distortions taking place. Lately, he has been fighting a lot of wars with himself. He feels very disconnected to life itself, and because he's disconnected to you, he feels disconnected to himself. The reason why he isn't online anymore is because I feel like he has got a breakdown, some kind of breakdown, some kind of crisis that he's going through that is coming up, like a burnout. So he's not really active anymore. So that's what's going on. And I think he's also playing with his settings. He just feels very overwhelmed by external stimuli. So he feels very safe just being with you in his heart space. So there's a lot of fantasizing, a lot of visualizing still going on. The love is just becoming stronger than ever. And your doubt is mirroring his doubt because of all that is happening. There's that innate fear that you would not be able to be together. So all of that pain and fear is what's going on right now. So the question is, will he truly be part of your 3D life? Absolutely, and it's 100% happening in this lifetime. And you have, both of you have evolved so much. All of the implants and distortions and everything have been removed. So right now it's just the current challenges and obstacles that is playing with the energetic fields, and that too, you are steadily in alignment. Your DM is also, thanks to you and the protection that you're both offering each other, it's pretty much for him to just let go of the 3D, embrace the multi dimensions, and then go back to the 3D and live happily ever after with you. So that is basically what is in store for the both of you. I definitely see miracles happening. You guys may be working with children. I see a lot of childlike energy. So something that will unite you both together again. So with that, Catalina, I just have to say that your DM wants you to know that you are perfect, you're beautiful, you're the best thing that has ever happened to him, and that he will come back to you. With that, Catalina, I hope you have enjoyed this channeling. And guys, I still have spots for the 222 portal healing. It's a highly transformational one. You guys can book it, and I'll see you all soon. The portal is open till the 27th, and you can book a spot and we can do it over video call, or I can do it remotely too. With that, guys, I'll see you all next week. Have a beautiful 222 portal period, and I'll see you all soon. Love you all and take care.